Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I have another one of these locks that I was gifted by the father of my girlfriend. And this one is actually a little bit special. It is an older lock. It's a BAB lock that was produced in the German Democratic Republic, so in Cold War East German. And the lock itself is called DESS5. This is what the keys look like on this lock. And yeah, I thought I would pick this lock for you today. And yeah, let's get this started. Here's my vise. Put this lock in. A little bit closer. So as a pick, I'm gonna use this Southord Euro Slimline pick that I fitted into a brass handle, and this windshield wiper as a tensioner for bottom of the keyway tensioning. The reason I use this is because it is actually rather difficult to get a top of the keyway tensioner down into the bottom here, because the first pin sits right behind the start of this keyway, which makes it actually super likely that you will drop your tension tool. I'm using fairly strong tension with this lock. And since it's an old lock, it is actually rather it's actually got rather strong springs, and it's you have to use quite a bit of force to actually get to the shear line on these pins. Especially if you use stronger tension, which I'm using, since it helps you with the spools that are in here. Sounds a bit weird, but it actually helps. Got a false set here. So despite how old this lock is, it does actually have spools. Now I can loosen up on the tension to get out of the false set. But currently it's not cooperating. Getting counter rotation. Click there. That seems set, but I lost my false set. Let's see, check all these pins again. This one seems... Another click there. There is actually something rather interesting I want to show you on this lock when we actually get to it, when I have this picked eventually. Now, So what you see here, um, what looks like a super deep fault set is actually not a fault set at all. It is actually the way how this lock interacts with the cam on this one. And in order to now actually get the cam to rotate, let me get the camera to focus. I'm using this rake, not to rake anything, but I'm actually turning the core back a little bit until I'm just about closely before resetting the lock. And in the back here, there is a little spring-loaded element that I need to push. And when I push that, this element actually engages the cam and is turning the cam around. So I can now turn the core around and open the lock. So yeah, let's get this out of the vise and see what's inside. So in order to gut this lock, I already took out, let me actually get you a little bit closer here and get us a pinning tray. I actually already took out loosened the little clip here. They are rather difficult to remove if you don't plan this ahead. So let me get this one out. It's one of those that you need to bend open, which is quite the hassle. So yeah, let me actually get this in the position for a pinning shoe. Get this one in. And then we can pull out the core and have a look at the key pins that are inside of this one. Set this aside for the moment. So let's dump these key pins. Key pin in 1 is just a standard pin with a little, let's say, barrel section at the top. Same goes for all the other key pins that are in this lock. So I can just dump them out right now. And then I can just show you what's inside of the Bible of this lock. That was what is in the core. And now for the interesting part. Let me grab it out here. This thing is what is causing this very deep fault set. This is a little spring-loaded element that sits in the back of the core and engages with 2 little holes and a cutout in the cam of the lock. So in order to actually, it's basically for the key, when you insert it all the way, it pushes this element into the cam and causes the cam to rotate so that you can insert the key from the other side of the lock and push this out of the way and operate the lock from the other side. So yeah, that was what's causing this deep fault set, is this little spring-loaded element in this core. So yeah, let's get to the to the driver pins. Unfortunately, since I didn't disassemble the second part of the lock, I can't get a follower in here to make this easy. So I have to just basically let the pinning shoe drop the pins one by one. I hope this will work. Okay, first pin is out. It's a spool. You also got the spring here. It's a copper spring. Hope you can see. And for the second one, it is another spool. Third one is a standard pin. I also dropped the, the spring from the second one. It actually has a little bit of a barreled section here on the end. And for the last two pins, we're expecting just two more standard pins. The spools in these locks most of the time sit in the last two chambers. Let's get the springs out and give you a close-up of the pins of this lock. This is what's inside of this lock. And yeah, I hope you liked the video. That's it for today, and I hope I see you next time. Bye.